aid requires an initial deposit. Please hang up momentarily, listen for dial tone, deposit the amount specified on the instruction card, and dial your call again.
Anybody got a quarter?
Okay, go. Do you even know what episode number this is? Probably not. Go. I'll correct you if anything. Go.
Yeah, all right, guys. Welcome to Dial Tone Podcast. This is Taco.
This is it.
All right, we are on episode 14.
Yeah, that is correct. I thought you were gonna get that wrong.
I had to play it out. I had to look at the thumbnails I created in my head.
I knew it.
To get the numbers right.
Yeah, episode 14.
14.
That means like we're over 3 months of doing this.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So episode 14.
All right, so go ahead and click off here, guys.
No, why would you tell them that?
Oh, I mean, after the episode
You can click off.
and go to a previous episode.
Right. If you guys have been enjoying the podcast, send this to all your friends, your family members. Play it for everyone. Let them know about us, and maybe we'll get somewhere. I don't know, but this has been fun.
Yeah. Hit the outro music.
Just boom, ending.
That's what you should do in the recording is just start the outro music for like a half a second.
So how was your past week, Taco? I haven't seen you again at the office all week, and I see you have an elbow brace now.
I do.
From your taco-titis.
Taco-titises.
Hey, you haven't seen a doctor yet about that?
I mean, I went to the doctor. They took x-rays. They sent me somewhere to take x-rays.
But that was, I think you did that before episode 13.
Oh, okay.
So I'm talking about between then, like this past week. Has it still been hurting?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. I went to work maybe a day or two after we recorded.
Uh-huh.
And somehow injured my elbow even more.
I wouldn't even say that's like somehow. I feel like that inherently was gonna happen.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
so I inherently
knew
had it happen. I got taco-titis version 2 now.
So it was more painful?
Yeah, well, so I was readjusting myself in my truck at a stoplight, and next thing I know, just sharp pain, and the knot that used to be up here is now down here.
Down closer to the actual elbow?
So it was
right on top of the elbow.
Right underneath. So it was right above the elbow going towards my shoulder.
Yeah.
Now it's more like below the elbow going towards the forearm.
And this isn't the first time this has happened, right? Has this same thing happened before?
Not like this. I mean, it lasts like maybe a day. This is like 2 weeks.
We need to get you to a different doctor, get a different opinion.
Well, they did. I called back down there and said, hey, I went back down there the other day when I went to go get my testosterone shot.
Yeah.
And they were like, so I was like, hey, I haven't heard anything back other than just keep wearing the brace and taking your ibuprofen.
Yeah. So it's been.
So I was like,
yeah.
I would hate to think that I'm just going to never be able to extend my arm all again. I'm going to have pain.
I was talking to my girl yesterday actually about it. And when she was younger, she was in dance,
mm-hmm.
and she broke her arm and also dislocated her elbow. She dislocated her elbow before. And she said it sounds extremely similar. But for her, she couldn't extend in. And for you can't extend out.
Yeah,
but
I can only go there.
Yeah, but she said she had the same thing where she couldn't, up until a certain point, she couldn't bring her elbow in because something with the joints. You probably need to see a bone doctor or something.
Yeah, Mr. Bone.
Wait, but they took x-rays and they didn't see that, right?
Right, yeah, they took x-rays, no fracture, whatever. So I Monday, tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to go down and see, because when I talked to the nurse the other day when I was down there, she was like, well, I'll pass this along to the doctor. He'll get back in touch with you. And then I got a phone call later on from the nurse saying, hey, he wants to send you out to a physical therapist.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, okay. Well, then they called and said, hey, we're not in your insurance network. So you need to reach back out and see, if you can find a physical therapist in your network. But then I was like, so they're going to send me to a place that's going to stretch my arm out, but they don't know if there's anything else going on with my arm outside. There's no bone fractures and shit.
Well, I think they checked it scientifically.
No. So the x-rays only look at bones and stuff.
Yeah.
But like MRIs and stuff will look at like your tendons and everything, muscles, to see if I pulled anything.
That's what you need.
So that's where Monday I'm going to go down and see if they can order like an MRI or, some other testing.
Okay.
That way I don't just go to a place and be like, yeah, do this, do that, do this, do that.
That way you can be definite on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if it is physical therapy, then I just go and do it.
Do you know what Tommy John is? Like when they say Tommy John surgery? Is that what it's called in baseball?
Yeah.
What happens when you need that surgery? Because like pitchers get it all the time. Is it in the elbow? Like they rip something or like how you have your what is it? Your knee, your ACL or whatever? Like that's common in like basketball and shit. For baseball, is it the same thing but the elbow? Like you tear something in there?
I mean, I've never met Tommy John.
Yeah, and also, but it's named after a baseball player, I think, right?
Possibly. I don't even know that part. I have heard of it, and I know it's some kind of like arm related injury.
Well, from what I know, most pitchers, it's very common, and then like that shit can ruin your pitching career.
Well, right,
and
it is a very devastating injury for
a baseball player. Yeah, and most of the time, I think that. Have you ever seen a pitcher throw in slow motion? It's like insane what they do to their arm. Like it's almost like a slingshot, or I don't even know how to explain it. It's like with the technique they throw, and just their elbow is so far extended in front of them to get that release. And I think after, obviously if you're throwing like 190 and also you're throwing a little differently each time for these different change ups and shit.
Right.
Like I can easily see, your elbow is just fucked. Right. And then you have Tommy John surgery, and then you're hoping you come back and you're the same.
Right. And you're not.
Yeah. Like that's so sad, dude. Yeah. So my brother, he's 13, and from all accounts, he is an extremely, extremely talented baseball player for his age. Like he's been scouted for different teams in New York and all this stuff. And I don't know. I'm not just saying this because he's my brother, but I see potential of him making it to the league. But it is something that I think my mom has spoken to him about, and even like I think about for him, is you can't really just bank on your athletic career or like your athleticism to get you to, the league. Because I think making it to especially the MLB, it's like you have a, I think, higher probability of winning the lottery.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
And then I obviously wasn't really athletic.
Oh, okay.
I was never really athletic, but my brother, and I feel like a lot of people have siblings or, cousins or whatever that are just so talented in what sport they play. And, I think it's good to have big dreams, but it's like also like scary because I don't think I've ever had anyone in my family where I've had the thought of like, damn, they might actually make it to the majors. You know what I mean? And so I think about that with my brother as far as like, like one injury before making it to the league, and that can ruin, like you'll never do that. Right. And, but it's really cool. I think he is going to make it. And he's fucking insane. He could throw, he's 13. No, he's 12. My bad. He's 12 and he can throw like 60, 65.
Okay.
At 12 years old.
I don't even drive that fast.
You definitely don't. 100% you don't.
Right. I sneezed one time and got up to 63.
I had to drive to Greenville yesterday. So it was, my birthday yesterday, obviously.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, it was my
Late
birthday.
birthday.
It was my birthday yesterday, and my lady took me out to Greenville, and I had an awesome time. It was phenomenal. And I was going like 70, right? And here's the thing. So, you have the fast lane and then the slow, like the regular lane.
Right.
And the passing lane, I should say. So I always get to I always go 5 over, 6 over, maybe 9 over, right, depending on the speed limit. And I always stay in the regular lane going that speed because that's how that works, right?
Oh, okay.
And every time I'm traveling somewhere far, 20 cars always pass me. And in my head, I'm like, yo, you guys are going like 20 over.
Yeah.
And what, for all it took I used to do that. I'm not going to lie. But then I got a speeding ticket, and it was going to be a horrendous speeding ticket. I don't know if you remember, but I was going 20 over, and I was able to talk to the cop or the state trooper that pulled me over, and he going 20 over is like a felony.
Oh, okay.
So he was like, I put you in going 10 over, and here's your speeding ticket. And I was like, oh. And ever since I had to deal with that, I tried my best not to go that fast.
Right. Like I go maybe
2 over,
4 over max.
Yeah. If you ever run into Taco on the highway or anywhere,
or 5 under the posted speed limit. It just depends.
I feel like you don't even pay attention.
Not as much. Like
No.
I generally know the speed of the roads that I travel, whether it be a highway, interstate, a back road. You generally know what the speed limit is. So I'm in that range, probably on the lower side just because.
Well, so I'm also me personally, I'm a defensive driver. So
Okay.
so we're in downtown Greenville. She took me to a very cool vintage shop. I don't remember the name right now, but it was a really dope. I got this shirt that I'm wearing from there. And they had an amazing selection. They had a original Wu-Tang tour hoodie.
Where's it at?
Still at the store because it was $300.
What are we talking about here, folks?
They
cut the intro or outro music.
They did also have a Wu wear, Wu-Tang's clothing brand. That one was like $65. I just wasn't a fan of the design. And funny enough, yesterday I was getting ready to go out for my birthday, and I put on 3 separate shirts, and they were all too fucking big. And I was like, this is cool, right?
Right.
But then I'm like, yo, I can't find a fucking shirt to wear.
Yeah.
So then I started getting annoyed. This shirt is more of an oversized shirt, but this is an XL.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't remember the last time I fit an XL shirt in my life. Maybe middle school or high school, early high school.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we went to that vintage store. It was fucking fire. And then we went to Korean barbecue and hot pot. And have you ever had or been to a Korean barbecue hot pot place?
No.
Dude, this spot, well, I'll explain to you what Korean barbecue is and hot pot. And also to the listeners, if you don't know what it is, definitely try it out. Yeah. So I've had Korean barbecue before in New York. It's a big thing. Plus I had a lot of friends who were Asian. So they would take me to those spots. But Korean barbecue and hot pot, the way it works is, you go to this restaurant and typically it's all you can eat. So $30, $20, whatever, it's all you can eat. So you sit there at the restaurant and you have a burner in front of you, a little grill, and then you have a little place for your soup.
Okay.
So you, at this restaurant, and I think this is how it works all over the place, you go, you sit down, and you pick your soup base. So I had a mushroom beef broth. It was delicious. Just the base. So they come in, they fill up your little pot. It starts boiling up, and then they turn your little grill on. And then you go to the buffet area, and you pick out all the meats that you want to fry up. You pick up everything you want to put in your little pot.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and it's all you can eat. So I got pork belly, like this like shredded pork that was marinated. It was delicious. They had a sauce bar that you can make your own sauces.
Oh,
They had what else? They had, shrimp, scallop, clams, like all of this shit. They had ramen, udon. They had like all of this stuff, and it was fucking phenomenal.
so you bring it back and you cook it yourself.
Yeah.
Now, what happens if you're done with that particular dish and you want more? Do you just go up there and get more?
Yeah, you just go get more.
Okay, I didn't know if
Yeah.
it was like, hey, you get to go up there one time, grab.
So- They most hot pot and Korean barbecue places, one, they have a time, like not a time limit, but most of the time it's like, you can't be here for more than 3 hours.
Well, yeah. I wasn't thinking that. I was
But-
just thinking like for seconds.
Yeah,
If
so-
you wanted a little more.
And then with the food part, you have to, so if there's, if they see that you left a lot of food, like you didn't eat 3 out of the 5 plates you just brought back, you do get charged like a little, like a fee for that.
Mm.
Like, but for us, like I think I had one full, like not full plate, but a decently full plate left of food because I just couldn't eat anymore,
Mm-hmm.
and so did my girl. So, but they didn't charge us anything extra for it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But dude, I want to take you there just as you guys. I know you've never had anything like that before.
Right.
It is delicious, and my girl's pescatarian, so there's a ton of fish options, obviously. And Asian spots are dope for that, for like people who are pescatarian or even vegetarian, because the motherfuckers always got fish and they always got veggies.
Right.
So I had a ton of meat, ton of like my hot pot I had pork dumplings. I did ramen, udon, some mushrooms, some onions, some fucking corn. Like I got so full that I'm still paying for it for today. My diet did go out the window yesterday.
It sounds.
Yeah.
Was there anywhere else that your mouth enjoyed?
We didn't go. Oh, we went to Trader Joe's. There's a
Okay.
Trader Joe's in Greenville.
Mm-hmm.
They need a Trader Joe's in Jacksonville. So went to Trader Joe's, and have you ever been there before?
Like once or twice.
Yo, like everything there, from my understanding, and I was looking at some of the nutrition labels, they have very good eating options, like a lot of whole food shit, a lot of like organic, natural stuff, and it's all super like it doesn't cost that much. So my girl had gotten like frozen veggie dumplings, some like really cool organic chili lime chips. I got dog treats for my dog. Like I think we had maybe 10 items.
Mm-hmm.
All it cost was $35.
Okay, not bad.
I got a full box of dog treats for $3.
Oh, wow.
And they even sell like fucking lotion and Trader Joe's lotion and soaps and creams, and they do their own alcohol. It's just a phenomenal fucking store, and it's not that expensive. So I was just like so upset. I'm like, yo, if this was here in Jacksonville, forget it. They would make a killing here.
Oh, okay.
So we did go there. And then my girl took me to get a manicure because I've been wanting to get one.
Nice.
I enjoy getting manicures a lot.
That.
Have you ever gotten one?
No. Not professionally.
I think I'm gonna take you. It's not that expensive. It's
That's
like
just for your fingers, right?
yeah.
Okay, I can probably do the fingers.
Yeah. I've gotten pedicures before. But like so for me, when I was growing up, I had a big problem biting my nails.
Oh,
Like I was a huge like I was addicted. It was my favorite thing to do while I was bored or in class or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think my junior year of high school, I kind of told myself I want to stop doing that. And then I had a friend who was like good at doing nails. So she's like, hey, I'll do your nails, and I'll put the nail polish on there that when you bite it, it tastes really bad. So we were in the lunchroom and she did my nails. And I was like, damn, like I kind of like that. And like it cleaned my nails in the whole 9.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't go to bite my nails after that because she said it tastes really bad. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. And ever since then, I'm trying to make it a habit to get my nails done every 2 weeks. Like same with my haircut. Cause like, I don't know. I like having clean hands.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You know how I am.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was when we went and got our nails done, it was really cool. And most of the time for like me, it costs like $20-$25 because they just like trim your nails and then they do a clear coat and they buff them. But they always massage your hands too.
Oh.
And that shit always feels really good.
Okay.
Yeah, like they'll massage your palms and your knuckles and they'll pull out your fingers and then go up your forearm a little bit.
Oh, can I just get that?
I could take you to a massage place instead if you want something like that.
Oh yeah, I guess they do.
Yeah.
I go to the salon just to get my hands massaged.
Yeah. Hey, just go ahead and massage
the
my
barber to do the head.
Yeah. Do everything other than going to the massage therapist. Yeah, no, it was really cool. And I would say it was the first time I had a guy do my nails. So it was just a gentleman that did my nails, which I didn't care. Like, it was fine. Mm-hmm. And he was chatting me, like he was just talking to me, right? Chatting me up. And I told him about my fucking key fob issue. How I was quoted $750 from the dealership for a new key fob. And this guy was like, no, my friend. No. And he's like, go to Battery Plus. And they could do the whole thing for you at most for $200. And I was like, that's the price that I am willing to pay for this.
Right. And there is one right down the extension.
I know. So I was thinking about potentially hitting that after we're done and then going to Walmart just so I can see if they can do it. Like he said that they'll cut the key, program the key, offer like $200.
Right. I mean, you could call them also.
Oh, yeah. I'll just do that.
Like on your drive to Walmart.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
So we did that. And I also bought a 3D printer. Me and Taco were just talking about it.
Yeah. We were doing more than talking about it.
Yeah. So I got to the office. Guys, if you don't have a 3D printer, find a way to save up for one and get one.
Yeah, because you're just a fucking bum.
Why do you...
I'm one of the bums.
Well, you know what? To that point, I wouldn't necessarily call you a bum because if you go up based off your like income to your bills or debt to income and all that, you're probably like very wealthy.
Right. So if you don't have a 3D printer, what Ant's trying to say is you a broke ass motherfucker.
I'm not at all saying, okay.
Just a
I'm not saying that. Just try to say, if you can get a 3D printer, get one. Okay. Right. I got the Bamboo Labs P1S combo. And luckily enough, like people had given me birthday money yesterday. So like I was able to put 100 of birthday money to that. And then I paid the rest myself.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so when I got here, I was showing Taco and it blows my mind. But from my phone, I can print a project from my phone, from the office here, away from my house.
Yeah. And
then check the camera feed and see how the print's doing.
Right. Which is wild.
Like, that's fucking, like, where are we at as a society and in just technology where I'm nowhere near my 3D printer?
Yeah.
Let's just talk about a 3D printer.
Yeah, there's so many layers here.
Yeah. So my grandparents, I showed them my 3D printer and they didn't get it. They were just like, oh, this is just like a toy, right?
Yeah.
And then, so I made like a little boat, you know, as my first project just to test everything out. So I brought them back into the room and I was like, look, it's printing. And they're like, huh? What? So then when it was done, I brought it to them and they were like, so you made that on that machine? Like, it made this? And I was like, yes. And they're like, whoa. I can see the explosions going on in their head.
Now, have they ever seen a normal printer?
Yeah, they have seen like because they know about like fax machines and they've seen a normal printer.
Because picture if they hadn't. They had missed that step.
I think they would have had a stroke. He would have been like, their brain would have melted. Like literally just like, huh?
Be like, so you have a Chinese factory in the guest bedroom?
Yo, it's so crazy. So like, even with AI and stuff, like they don't, because they're older and they don't speak English that well. So like, I'm pretty sure they have a general understanding of AI, but I've never I got them in Alexa. So, and I taught my grandparents how to, do the whole Alexa. This episode has been brought to you by Distilled Union. We actually did secure a sponsorship.
Yeah.
Shout out Taco. Distilled Union, they make smart minimalistic gear that actually makes your everyday carry easier. And I purchased one of their key loops. It's all my keys right now. No more jingle jangle of the keys. We got it all secured. Easy to share my key with people. Check them out. When you're ready to upgrade your wallet or phone setup, go to Distilled Union and use promo code
Dial Tone. That's DIALTONE.
Dial Tone at checkout, and you'll get 20% off your entire order. Check them out. Links will be in the description.
Save that money.
I got them one, and so my grandparents know how to play music on it and ask it to play shit. But I just they don't really truly understand AI, and they've probably seen shit on the news, but I think if they were to actually fully comprehend what AI is doing and all this shit and everything, I think they would literally, like my grandmother growing up, there was one radio in her town. And that was the only, roughly one of the only things that had electricity.
Okay. Yep.
And then now we're here. So sometimes she'll be on FaceTime on her iPhone, or I see her on Facebook on her iPhone. And I'm like, she must just be like, this is crazy.
Yeah. Could you imagine being born then?
Yeah.
Like my grandfather, he'll be 91 this year. So let's just say he's 90.
Yeah.
And it is 2026. So that would put him at
1936.
Right. So picture everything that's happened since the 30s.
I was thinking about this the other day. So I also been getting big into space TikTok and just in general history of Earth and the planet. But we've had some of the most significant technological advances in the past 100 years. And to put that in perspective, that's a tiny sliver of a fraction of how long humans have been around.
Yeah.
In this small itty bitty fraction of time, we're doing crazy shit.
Right. Like this right here.
Like a grain of sand.
This right here is not even the whole Peterson generation.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
Just
so, and even I don't know, dude, it's just so crazy what we can do now. This 3D printer, I can, earlier I asked you, think of something.
Right.
And you just thought of something, and I'm now actively making it.
What he's making, guys, is a Batman cape for my cock.
No, so we're making him a phone holder.
Oh.
For his.
So we didn't go with that.
No, yeah.
Okay.
I ecstatic, yeah.
But next time.
I need to take measurements.
We'll have pictures on our social media.
So I've been wanting to make some desk organizers, and I saw on Instagram this dude took his graffiti and made it into a fucking lamp. So I'm in the process of figuring out how to design that. And I also have to order more colors. There's a bunch more other stuff. The 3D printer came with 3 colors, and they're super basic, but enough for you to start some shit.
I mean, bright orange isn't basic. That's.
Yeah, I know the bright orange is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So
I like orange.
I just don't understand how, even up until for me personally, I feel in the last year I've done so much more in tech. So I've always been generally good with computers and figuring shit out there and software and whatever. But in the past year, I'm learning how to do automations. So I have like some automations to where that I had to build where like it'll pull from my notes and put it into like a task manager for me. And then like figuring out how can I, from the office, like what do I need to 3D print something, which honestly it was so easy. Like the setup for that 3D printer was the easiest setup ever.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I don't know. Like I've just gotten so far more immersed in tech, and it's just so crazy what the fuck people can do. And some of the people I work with, like they're even crazier. They have their own servers built inside of their homes. I don't even understand how that works.
No.
Like one of the guys I work with was like, yeah, oh, I got to turn that one thing on for you. Hold on, I got to take it out from my server at home and put it on this other server. I was like, what does that even fucking mean?
Right.
And he's like, oh no, everything's housed, like the entirety of the thing is housed on my server. And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't.
Like I get the general idea, but I'm like, I don't fucking know, dude.
Nah, I don't.
So, and then for you, how has tech like changed for you? Like how, like showing you that 3D printer shit, how'd that make you feel?
That makes me feel like in a week, I'm going to have a Batman cape on my cock.
I'm talking about like how, since you're older.
Oh, because of my age.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's technology. And like you said, I mean, so many things we have at our fingertips now. Like just like thinking about like telephones, like when I was a kid, and like you would have a house phone and you could make a phone call, but if it was local, like you had to pay to call like out of your area.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you had to pay for long distance phone calling.
And long distance was like state to state?
Not even, no, like, so, like, my grandparents lived here in Jacksonville. We lived out in Greenville. So, if you were to call from Greenville to Jacksonville, it was long distance.
Shut the fuck up.
No.
Dude, that doesn't. So for me, I grew up with also a house phone, but we didn't have that. Like, we were able to call anybody in the country, obviously.
Well, I mean, I could too.
I know, no, but, not having to pay for long distance call. Like, it wasn't long distance.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
So, say I was on the phone with my my buddy, and my grandmother was trying to call the house. At one point, call waiting was an additional charged feature.
Shut up.
Right. You just didn't get like the call. So if you didn't pay the extra like monthly costs for call waiting, you would be sitting there on the phone talking. No idea that granny or your mom's calling or whatever. But then if you added it, because what would happen is like, say if I called your house and someone was on the phone and y'all didn't have that feature, it would just be like, like a busy signal.
Wow.
Right.
And now it's just, well, now obviously with cell phones and shit, but like that's.
Well, now I can bring in several people
on a call for free.
On a video call if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like, I mean, it's so.
So for me, I think because of my age, one of the things that I remember was social media. Like you had to go on social media when you were at home. So for me, I think, I had, because my mom was like, I had so much freedom as a kid. Like I was like going on the bus by myself and going through Brooklyn and all this stuff, but my mom always ensured that I had a cell phone. And I think in the beginning, like I had a cell phone where it was like just paid, like prepaid, you know what I mean? Like you had a certain amount of minutes or something like that, whatever. But then as I got older, then I got like a phone with a sliding keyboard on it and I can text. That was unlimited. And then I had like an Android phone, then I had iPhone. But before I had like a true text, before I had the Android phone, my mom had got me an iPod Touch for Christmas one year. And this was like before iPhone, you know? So in my opinion, I think they took the iPod Touch and was like, yo, this is amazing. Can we make this a phone? But, you know, I had Facebook on there. Like I remember when Facebook first came out, I had AIM, but I wasn't able to do any of that stuff until I got back home. Does that make sense? Like,
Okay.
I would go out into the world, and I feel like it was like this for anybody around my age, you know, middle school. And, you know, you would go to, you know, maybe text your friends or call, or you would hang out, whatever. But then when you got back home and you had, for me, I had to open my laptop and log on to Facebook and AIM and just sit there and just whatever and scroll or view.
Because it wasn't on your phone yet.
Yeah. And then now it's like, so like, it's crazy. You can literally be anywhere in the world at any time and know what everyone is doing or talk to anybody. And it's just, I think there was just so much simplicity back, even for me, let alone like I know for you, like, you know, before any of it.
Right.
But for me, like things were just way more simpler. Like you didn't really understand what people were doing. And if you wanted to, you had to wait on AIM, see if they were fucking online, and they were, send them a message and then go back and forth and stay at the laptop or computer.
Right.
And just talk that way. Like you couldn't, like if you walked away from it, it's like, oh, well, I'll just talk to you later.
All right. So picture today, I tried to call you earlier, right? You didn't answer. So I left my camper, was taking my one son to work. On the way, I think you sent me a message on Facebook.
Yeah.
And when I got to the mall, I was able to call you.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, bro, can I swing by real quick?
Yeah.
And then we talked for a second, got off the phone. I remember as a teenager, let's just say, like, there was this one friend I had named Haley. She lived, I don't know how many miles away, a few, 5 miles, 7 miles or something. I don't remember how far away she lived. And I remember calling her from my mom's house. No one would answer. And then I'd just be like, okay, I'm just going to walk there. And it was about a 3-hour walk.
Yeah.
Now there was a Food Line shopping center up from my mom's, like from the neighborhood, and then like this pantry gas station. And then after that, there was this long stretch until you got this little country gas station. But I remember like I would walk to the Food Line and then like maybe call. If not, just walk by. Maybe call at the pantry. If not, walk by.
Yeah.
And I would sometimes walk for 3 hours to go to this person's house.
To hang out.
Right. And then knock on their door. Sometimes someone would answer. Other times no one in the household was there. So then I would just turn around and walk away. And with the intent of probably walking another 3 hours.
Dude, that's
back to
fucking crazy.
So say if that person wasn't there, like no one was home. Because sometimes like if the mom was home or the sister, they'd be like, oh, she's not home. She went out with her mom or she went out with the sister for a little bit. And they would be like, do you want to just hang out in here until she gets here? You know, she should be back in the next hour. And then you would just be hanging out in your buddy's house.
Until they got there.
Right.
And then, so when they would show up, they would be like, oh, hey, what's up?
Yeah. It'd be like, oh, cool. You know, like my buddy's here.
Dude, it's so crazy like that. You know, okay, so for me, the only similar thing I would have in New York, and now they made it to where you have cell service and all this shit underground in the subway. But like even from when I was in high school, we didn't have that. So like sometimes I would have to meet friends at certain stations, right? So we were gonna link up at, let's just say, hey, link me at 36th Street, right? I'll be down there. Just meet me on the platform. And we would call each other. All right, I'm on this cart on this train. I'm about to go underground. And then he'd be like, all right, cool. I'm also going underground. And then that's it. Like you just hope that you met them there.
All right.
But that's the only thing that I had. And it's so crazy because like I remember my mom would tell me too, like, and like my dad also had told me in the past, like, yeah, you would just call up your friend. We're meeting at this time at this street corner at this time. Be there. If you're not there in 10, we're gonna go to the next place.
Yeah.
And that was it. Like you would just have that phone call. And then even like how reliant people were. Like, did you have a watch?
At a certain point, I did. Not the whole time, though. But yeah, I mean, because think about it. Say like you said your dad said, right?
Yeah.
So say you were at the house, you're at the crib, and you're like, oh, yo, Aunt, meet me down here, blah, 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 park. But hey, if you ain't here at like 10 after, we rolling on.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, I'll be there, right? With full intent to be there. And then say like you walk out of your bedroom and your mom shows up, or maybe your mom was home and you didn't think y'all had anything going on. All of a sudden she's like, oh, actually we need to run up to the store, blah, 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 And you're like, oh, damn. And then you run down there, you're fast paced and you get down there, but you're late.
Yep.
And then you would stand there for like 5-10 minutes thinking maybe they were running late. And then you would just turn around and just mosey on to do something different. And then y'all would reconnect later that evening or the next day.
Like, would you try to maybe call other people to find, like, how was that situation? So let's say let's say back in the day you were looking for your mom. Like right. You call her job, ring, ring. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know where I think she might've went to the food line or something. Mm-hmm. Would you then call food line and be like, hey, can you, is so-and-so there? Like, would you do?
I have.
Wow.
But yeah, I mean, this is the weirdest thing. Like I said, picture how would you have felt this morning at like what would have been 10:30ish or something like that, or 10:30, 11 o'clock. If you would have got a knock on your door. And either you came to your door or your grandparents came to the door and been like, Aunt, your friend's here. Friend's here.
Yeah.
And then you would have been like, how would that have made you feel? Just that exchange, not knowing anything.
So,
other than you would have like maybe seen a missed call on your phone and just hadn't reached.
In today's world, currently,
today, like how
I would be like, what the fuck? Why is he here? Like, right. Well, if they just said your friend's here, I'd be like, who the fuck is here?
Would it have made you uncomfortable if I would have came to your house unannounced?
So, okay, I was just about to talk about that. Mm-hmm. So for me personally, I would be like, what is it? Oh, okay. But I wouldn't be uncomfortable, right? Okay. So like, it's something, I forgot which comedian spoke. I think it was Sebastian Maniscalco.
It wasn't Seinfeld?
What's the deal with
Love it.
So, but he said,
I don't think that conversation we had last week was on air.
No. Last week I just kept going on and on with Jerry Seinfeld shit.
Okay.
So no, but that comedian, he said, back in the, back in the day, and I remember this because my grandparents are this way, where it was like people would come unannounced, like they were just in the fucking neighborhood, and be like, "Hey, I was just in the neighborhood, wanted to stop by and say hi," and it was like, it wasn't a big deal,
right?
Like it was like, my grandparents were like this, right? Like we'd have random people show up, like, "Hey, I was in the neighborhood, figured I'd come by, say hi," and they'd be like, "Oh, look who's here. Yeah. Get you want a beer, you want a soda, like oh hey, get some of the cake out, get cookies out, like you want something to eat, I'll cook something for you real quick." Like that's just how it was. And so when I was a kid, living with my grandparents, like we had a slew of family members, older uncles, cousins, fucking sisters, like whoever just would swing by. And now most people are like there's a knock at the door. Fucking turn off all the lights. Don't make it look like we're home. Like you know what I mean? Like there is no more of that almost hospitality. Like
Right. It's like hide in my own house.
Yeah, and they'll go away. You know what I mean? And now like people don't ever, like people at all don't stop by just to say hi.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I haven't had that thought in a long time of like, oh, Taco. Oh, I'm right over here. Taco lives right over there. Let's just swing by real quick. Let me say hi to him. Like that's just not done anymore.
Right.
And for me, just because how my grandparents raised me, and it's so funny. I was talking to my lady about this. Like we're gonna have like beers in the fridge and fucking maybe some wine or some shit that like I'm not gonna drink. But somebody comes over, hey, you want a beer? You want a soda? Like even to this day, my grandparents are like that.
Is that same bottle that you've had for years? You're gonna
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, hey, it's for the guests. Like, dude, if you come to my house, my grandparents, right? They'll be like, the first thing, you want a water? And because they come from like an old school generation, if you're a man, they'll be like, hey, do you want a beer? They always offer a man a beer, like first thing. No, you want a soda? Do you want this? And my grandma always be like, hey, I can heat you up some food, or we got chips, or whatever the fuck. Like, it's like that hospitality is not a thing anymore. And for me, I want to be able to like, and my lady's the same way. Like, we want to be able to host people, but like, I want it to also be like, hey, if you're one of our close friends and you just so happen to be near my house and you want to just, you know, knock on my door, like, yeah, hey, what's up? Yeah, fucking come in. Yeah, we're fucking whatever. Unless I'm busy, then obviously I'll tell you. But
right.
Yeah, man. Like it's so insane. Was it like that for you growing up? Like, did you have random people come by all the time at your house?
Not as much as far as like the in and out.
Yeah.
And I think that's just because my dad worked really long hours. Mom would work, sometimes work 2 jobs.
Yeah.
So we'd have like family friends come over. We didn't really have like family live like right in the same town. Like most of the family lived out here in Jacksonville when we lived out in Greenville. Or Winterville. Damn, Greenville. Fuck Greenville.
Well, did you have family friends? Or like your mom had like, you know, close friends that would come by?
Yeah. So there'd be times like where someone may just stop in. It wasn't super frequent, but if someone knocked on the door, you know, now mom might like, who's that? You know, or something like that, or peek out the kitchen or something like that. Mom's always been a little weird, iffy, you know. But yeah, I mean, you know, stop by, come inside, you know, welcome, take a seat, you know, sit down. Hey, you know, what's going on? Talk a little bit. They would tell you why they stopped by or, you know, or something, you know.
Dude, I don't know about you, but my grandma, again, like I got raised by an old school generation, right? So like, and my grandma was very well known in the neighborhood, and she was, you know, everyone knew who the fuck my grandparents were. So sometimes we would be coming back from the train station, or come in from like the store or some shit, and if she got stopped by someone she knew, I wasn't allowed to talk. And she would talk to these people, it felt like, for 5 hours. And I'd just be sitting there.
Yeah.
Like no video game, no phone, no fucking nothing, just sitting there.
Yeah, you would just stand there and look fucking respectful.
Yeah. And then if I ever was like, Grandma, can we go home? Shut up.
Oh, yeah.
What fucking, like what the fuck?
You almost made me dad angry saying some shit like that.
Yeah. Dude, like, and never was able to be like, can we go home, or Grandma? You know what I mean? Like, never.
Yeah.
And it's just it's so wild, because now as an adult, I get upset, or like I feel some type of way when I hear somebody interrupt somebody else, or if I see kids where they're like, I want to go home and all that. Because in my head, I'm like, yo, I never would have like did that to my grandma.
Now, you know, okay. So I guess quickly, not even just saying, hey, can we go home, right? Or interrupting, but just like tapping or tugging on them, trying to get their attention, because maybe you were bored.
Yeah.
Maybe you had to pee.
Yeah.
Or something, right? And not even getting a audible response, just getting fucking swatted.
Yeah, just swatted down.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, you know?
And then if you tried it again, dude, I remember like grandpa be like, give me 1 second. Like, she'll do the whole give me 1 second.
Yeah.
And then she would just fucking get into me, dude. And then be like, shut up. We leave when I'm done. And then that was it.
Right.
Like, and it's just so crazy. Like, I think kids nowadays wouldn't have the attention span to just, if their mom was having an hour-long conversation with somebody they just ran into, and you just have to stand there.
Yeah.
Like, it blows my fucking mind, dude, how different shit was.
I choked on ice at an ECU Pirate football game.
Oh, my God.
I was with my father. And so have you ever been to a college football game?
I have not, but they seem crazy.
Okay, so I grew up going to ECU games, going to like the local drag or race tracks and stuff like that. Sports was a big thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we were at this ECU game, and it was just, I think just me and my dad. I don't know if my brother had tagged along with us or not. But we're at the game, and usually at the beginning of the game, right before the kickoff or like halftime kickoff or like big moments, you know, everyone stands up.
Yeah.
So, of course, you know, you're like, 7 or 10 years old or some shit, and you could stand up and barely see over top people sitting down any damn way at that height, you know?
Yeah.
So fucking like everyone's standing up, and I'm drinking a drink.
Yeah.
But I had already drank the whole drink and was just down to the ice. And, you grab your ice and put it in your mouth and chew on it and suck on it and shit. And it got down my throat hole when I wasn't ready for it to go down my throat hole yet.
Yeah.
And at that point, everyone was standing up, including my father, but I'm sitting down. And they're all hooting and hollering, whoa, oh yeah, go get them, yeah, whatever they're doing, right? And I am tugging on my dad's fucking shirt.
I'm dying.
Because I'm like...
Yeah, fucking dying, can't breathe.
I only made it because ice dissolves.
Oh
Eventually,
my God.
The ice melted to the point that it went down.
Oh my God. And then your dad got mad at you?
Right. So he finally sits down when everyone starts to sit down. He said, what'd you want? And I was just like, I was choking on ice.
Yeah, you fucking piece
like,
of shit.
You're good.
Yo, funny enough for me, I also, when I was younger, so growing up, pizza was my favorite thing to eat. And up the block from my house, from my apartment, was this pizzeria called Gino's Pizzeria, right? And unfortunately, they have closed. So, but that pizzeria was open prior to me being born, dude. So like my mom and dad had dates at that pizzeria.
Oh, that's cool.
Right. So like, and since I like that, the owner of that pizzeria knew my family very well. So like he saw me when I was a baby, all that shit, like awesome pizzeria. So anytime we had the family over, like, my tias and all my cousins, we would just order a fuck ton of pizza. And I loved pizza. Pizza was my shit when I was a child. I loved pizza. Yeah.
Could you picture us as little Ninja Turtles right now?
Yes.
Because that's what I'm picturing.
That was me, dude. Yeah. That was me. So we had the pizza, and, little old me, I can't wait to eat it.
Yeah. And
that shit is scalding fucking hot. And the cheese is melted.
Right.
So I'm just trying to eat this fucking pizza. So I go to eat the pizza, dude, I start choking.
Yeah.
And my mom, my tia, and like I think I had like maybe one or two cousins, like we were all in my kitchen in my apartment. And I'm choking, and everyone is in shock. Like they were just so in shock, they didn't know what to do. And my mom goes into like primal mode. So she was yelling and and then all I remember is her shoving her whole hand in my mouth and just ripping that out. And dude, it was I was turning blue. Like that's how hard I would, and nobody performed the Heimlich maneuver from what I remember. So then that happened. And for even now as an adult, dude, my mom, like I can tell like if I'm eating something, she pays attention.
Uh-huh.
But like when I was younger, anytime we had gotten pizza after that, they were like, you need to wait.
Yeah.
You need to fucking wait.
You need to slow the fuck down.
Yeah. And dude, it was like so surreal because I remember it very well. Like just me going like you know what I mean?
Bro.
And yeah, I don't know. Things are just so fucking different now, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I even see it with some of my siblings. So like my brother, at his age, I was taking the public transportation by myself to my middle school. And I was taking the trains by myself, and I was hanging out in my neighborhood and hanging out with the neighborhood friends. And so things were just extremely different around that time, like just hanging out in the neighborhood and just doing a lot of shit, hanging out in the schoolyard. Like, you know, that my elementary schoolyard, I spent years there, dude, just chilling, hanging out, like a lot of cool stuff. Funny enough, so the thought came into my head when for unexpected guests coming over in my kitchen, my grandfather rigged up a mirror right outside the kitchen. It was almost like a security mirror. So when you were in the kitchen, if you just looked at that mirror, it faced my front, the downstairs door. So like anytime we would hear the bell ring or whatever, we can just look at that mirror and just see who it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just things are so different. I think like now we have 3D printers. I have multiple monitors.
Yeah.
I have automation set up. We have AI. We have like, it's just so different. And, you know, in our last episode, you know, I talked about like when I have kids and all that. And it's just like, what's going to happen the next 5 years? And like, and I really would want my kids to grow up more like how I did. Like I was able to gather a good sense of like, I was extremely street smart, you know what I mean? And I don't know, like the kids nowadays, they don't have like any sort of attention span. I can even feel my attention span dwindling away because of social media and shit.
Same.
And there's no more like tactful things. Like everything's through a screen now. Like there's no more like, you know, we had toys. We had generic toys. You know, we had like little Hot Wheels or fucking race cars or Legos and all this shit. Like that was what we did for fun. And then now, like you'll see a 4-year-old with an iPad just glued to his face.
Right.
Like what?
Well, I think it's so like for me, I still have little toys. I was thinking about that on the drive over here today.
Yeah.
Because in my truck, just like I have over here on my desk, is one of these little stupid. I never even got into these.
Oh, I love tech
little
decks.
mini. Or is that what?
Well, that's
mini skateboard thing.
Yeah. You have like a mini plastic skateboard, but I had tech decks when I was in middle school. Loved it.
Yeah, I never got into them.
Yeah.
I think it was after, like, probably like when you were, you know, a teen or a kid or whatever, right? So I'd have been like already an adult or some shit, you know. But like, you know, like little odds and ends in my truck. So I was thinking about because I have another one of them little skateboard things in my truck.
Yep.
And what made me think about is I had gotten in my truck and I have a makeshift console cover that I made because I ripped mine out because I was going to try to do something with it.
Yeah.
So I just ripped it out and made a new one with a board and shit. So when you lean on it sometimes, it'll kind of tilt up, right? Because there's no hinges holding it down. It's just blop, you know? And I had my youngest with me this past week, and he was in the truck. So instead of going around, I would just had him crawl through.
Yep.
And I remember one time he was getting in the truck and he was crawling through into the back seat and he saw the little skateboard and it was right up by the console. And he's like, oh, and I'm like, put that down. Just go get in your seat real quick.
Yeah.
You know, let's get buckled and stuff right first. And then you can play with a toy. But I've got that. I've got a little small, a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
I've got little army men and a ninja man that guard my truck.
Yeah.
I've got my dragons, which them are more decorations, but the little army men. And
I
stuff,
will 3D print you whatever. Just putting that out there.
yeah, maybe a taco.
All right, that'll be the next project.
And you need to do an ant.
That will be the next project. I will do that.
All right, we can like put them on the wall.
And yeah.
But look, so I did want to bring this up. The reason I asked you about if I would have just swung by, because this is weird to me.
Okay.
It's really fucking weird. It irritates me.
Okay.
There is a whole group or generation of people that don't even talk on the fucking phone. Like, have phones, are into technology, but they're like, yeah, I don't like to talk on the phone.
There are people that I work with, and people that I have worked with, they're like, oh, can you just text me? And it's like, my first, like, even for work stuff, right? Like, if I need to ask somebody, again, we all work remotely, right? So if I need to ask somebody, I don't even really like messaging them. I'll just try to call them. And it's like, hey, can we talk about this real quick? Even if it's 5 seconds. Like, I've always, and maybe again, because I was raised by an older generation, like I remember having to pick up the phone and being like, Lopez residence, fucking whatever. And if somebody Spanish talked, I had to say the same thing in Spanish, or being younger. But I will say, as a kid, I was a lot more timid. I for sure was a timid kid, which is very strange to me now. Like,
yes, I've always been.
No, when I was a kid, I was very timid. Like, we would go to a restaurant sometimes, and waiter would be like, "What do you want?" Whatever, and I would just look at my mom and be like, "What?" And
what do I want?
I don't know, And but yeah, I think being raised by that older generation, it's like, you call people, keep up with people, and I do like texting, and I'll text and all that, but I do prefer just talking to someone on the phone or in person. You know what I mean? And actually, funny enough, just because like some of my friends, especially from New York, are terrible at just texting in general because they're always busy or whatever. Like, part of me wants to be like, yo, what's your address? And I'll just write you.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather do that than even, like, if I can't text with you fluidly, I'll just write you a letter and then you write me back.
Right.
And we can go that old school with it, but I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Funny enough, too, like, from that Red Dead Redemption game, even before fucking phones, you just had to send a letter and hope they got it.
Oh, yeah.
And then even prior to that, like when we had horses and like a generalized like postage system or post system, bro, back in the day, it's like you just sent out something and months later you just hope they got it.
Yeah, you would just assume they got it. You just didn't know when.
Like, imagine having like, you lived on one coast and then your brother lived on the other coast, but you live near mom, let's just say. And then mom passed away. And you would just have to write to your brother, mom passed away. And he wouldn't know that his mom passed away for months.
Right. Sometimes it could be years.
Yo, like, and even so, like, I'm only going based off this fucking video game, so I don't know how true this is. But in the video game, like, you would have a generalized, like, this person is in this area. They're in that area of the country. So you would just send it to that post office on the hopes that that person went to the post office and just said, do you have anything for me? And if they did, cool. If they didn't, they didn't. You know what I mean? And right. I'm assuming the way it would work around, like, and we're talking about, I think, the 1800s here. So I'm assuming the way it would work is, again, the post office guy would just hold on to it. And after a certain amount of time, he would just send it back. Because, like, this person never came and picked it up.
Right, but see, what happens if you then never went back to the post office because you didn't know that you were getting something sent back or a response back?
Right. So again, this is why I want to get a typewriter, and I think it would, I think snail mail and like a pen pal and all that, I think that's really cool because it kind of slows shit down. And it makes you think, like, you can't just type out a text or use AI or whatever the fuck. You like have to sit there and write, hey, what's up, man? This is all I have going on, and blah blah blah, and you have to write it out.
Did you have pen pals? Like, did y'all
we never did, and I wish we did because I would have loved it as a fucking kid. But
I did. I don't remember who my damn pen pals were though. Like, no recollection. Well, I just remember that we did it.
I don't know. Like, You know how I am with like stationery and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I just think there's like a true cool thing to like writing letters. Like this upcoming Christmas year, I am gonna do a Christmas card with me and my lady, and we have 2 cats, so hopefully they can fucking be in the picture. They're very skittish, like they don't let nobody hold them. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and like even yesterday, like it was my grandparents, my lady, myself, and we cut a cake together.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, can you take a picture of my Polaroid instead? Like, I don't know why, like that physical media shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I'm going to try to gather up some fucking, some addresses from some homies, and then I'm just going to randomly send them shit, and hopefully they I'm be like, don't text me back, write me something back.
Right. I'm expecting a letter
back
in the next month.
Yeah. So there it is.
Or I'm never speaking to you again.
So everyone out there listening, you know, show up to your friend's house unannounced.
Right.
Be like, hey, I'm in the neighborhood. Write them letters. Reconnect with people.
Yeah. Or peep in their back windows.
Or did I mean, I guess.
Yeah. Ant's approving it.
No, maybe not.
Okay.
Don't do that to the homies.
I'm giving y'all consent.
Yeah, so if you're writing letters and stuff, or if you want to be one of our, I guess, fuck it. If you want to be a pen pal with me and Taco, fucking hit us up. Let us know.
Yeah. I mean, but see, now, if we're going to do that, we need to provide the address.
We will have a P.O. box.
Okay, so we may be getting a P.O. box.
Maybe. I don't know if we're there yet.
We have an email address and a phone number. Why don't we start there?
Yeah.
Let's get some fucking people ding and dong.
Email us, call us, text us, follow us on all of our social medias. Let us know how we're doing. Send us to a friend. But yeah, that was episode 14.
Was it?
That was that. We're here. We're at the end.
Oh, okay. We're ending it here, folks.
We're wrapping up. Taco, last words.
Man, just stop being so fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like, fuck being weird.
Fuck being weird.
Don't be normal, but fuck being weird.
I like that. All right, that's that. So see you next week, guys.
Toodles.
The call you have made requires an initial deposit. Please hang up momentarily, listen for dial tone, deposit the amount specified on the instruction card, and dial your call again.
Anybody got a quarter?